Sisters. This is Isupk New Orleans, Louisiana, coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Hunter. And our job is to educate blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people about their true heritage, that they are the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, no matter what they've been told. You know, and everybody just done celebrated that evil holiday, Christmas, that has nothing to do with Christ. It has nothing to do with the Most High. It just has to do with greed. You know, that celebration goes all the way back to Babylonian times. You know, and everybody had their own way. Each civilization, the Persians, the Medes, Egyptians had their own gods. Born on December 25th. Nimrod birthday was it was a celebration of Nimrod. That's where it originated from. He was born on December 25th. And I think for us Kemet, I think they guys like Osiris and Horus, one of those guys was born on December 25th. But just let our people know, hey, we ain't supposed to be celebrating those days. That is not our holidays. The Lord, our holidays that the Lord chose for us to celebrate is off in this Bible. They're not on the calendar anywhere. The Bible's your calendar. That is your calendar right there. But no, y'all hang mistletoe, put presents up under the tree. Now you're gearing up for New Year's. All that. You think the Most High know? The rest of the nation can do what they want. You black man, you Hispanic Latino man, you First Nation man, you the one gonna get punished. Because he set laws in place for you. But a lot of people don't believe you that you guys chose a people. You actually think those Yiddish people over there in Israel that's occupying our homeland now are the real 12 tribes. A lot of you believe it. Some of you believe that you're Israel, but guess what? You ain't came into this one body. What the tithes at? What the donations at then? Ain't seen none of that. But you wanna claim when you know you really don't believe it. And we're gonna go to Exodus chapter 24, verse 3. And this was when Moses was off in the wilderness with the children of Israel. He getting ready to give them law, statutes, commandments. But they got to go through the fire. And it said, and this is the offering which ye shall take of them: gold and silver and brass, and fine linen, and goat's hair, and ram skin. This is basically like where all the things he's going to take from them. Well, wait a minute, I got the wrong verse. Sorry about that. Oh yeah. 24 and 8. Yeah. And it says, and Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people, and said, behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words. So they whatever Moses asked them, says, you gonna follow these laws, statutes, commandments? Israel said, I will. And he sprinkled the blood with them, and that was it. That's sealed. And that was for generation after generation after generation. The law never ceased. When Christ came, no matter what they teach all them Christian churches, the law was never done away with. You read through Christ's teachings. He followed the Mosaic law. He followed the laws of the prophets. The law was never done away with. But our people are so destroyed. But but there was this is why they destroyed, because they made a promise and didn't keep it. And we're gonna get into it. We're gonna go to Deuteronomy 27:1. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command thee you this day. See, Moses already told them, keep the commandments. And we keeping the commandments in this Isupk. We giving up everything, because we wanted our lives to change. We was tired of this mess we was living in. We got tired of looking at this and looking at that, wondering who we are, how we fit in this world. Why things so bad for us. You get this Isupk, you find out. You find out why it's so bad, because our ancestors did not keep the laws of the Most High. And that's basically pretty much it. We go to verse 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee high above all nations of the earth. Now see, if we would have kept these commandments, let's just say we all start keeping them now. We'll be back on top again. But no, y'all don't want to do that. Y'all love the oppressor. Y'all love America. Y'all don't want to let it go. But just like First Thessalonians 2:3 says, we got to be a falling away first. You got to fall away from the spirit of America. You got to fall away from the spirit of the oppressor and start loving your own people. Because when it's all said and done, ain't nobody have your back but your people. That oppressor don't love you. He been showing you for years and all your life, okay? You can't take 1, 2, 3, maybe five oppressors that, I'm not racist, okay? Yeah, but all their friends racist. They don't say nothing to them about loving you hate. They can care less when they're around them. But when they're around you, it's a whole different situation. They want to act like they down. No, they ain't down. They ain't down with you, at least. They down with their own, just like you supposed to be. Then go to verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, and thou shalt hearken unto the voice of thy Lord thy God. So if we did all that, just think of what we doing now and making good. Just imagine we'd have kept the law. We'd have been over the governments, the monetary system, making the laws, peace treaties with other countries and stuff like that. We've been doing that. This music we bring out, we'll own the masters too and be owning little record companies. We'll be billionaires. We'll be lending money instead of always borrowing. That's the thing about it. A lot of people rather be in that position. They don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to believe it. They want to say, they want to talk about you when you're change your life. Oh, you act like you were never this or that. I'm not that anymore. I'm gonna tell you, you ain't following these laws, statutes, commandments. You sit up there eating that pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, celebrating Christmas and every last other holiday. But you want to say don't judge you? I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you your faults. I used to do the same thing. I celebrated it too, but I found out better. I found out, hey, you don't follow the ways of the heathen. Like I said, you got to be a following the way first. You got to step back off from this nation and follow their traditions and all that. You have your own traditions off in this Bible and teach you. Come into this one body, the Isupk, you'll be taught about them. So we have our holy days, and our holidays are beautiful. We got the feast of what's that? Purim coming up in February. While y'all gonna be want to celebrate Valentine's Day all year, but you still want to give on that certain day when you decide you actually love them. Man, forget that. You know, that ain't nothing. There's one day when you decide you love this person. One day, and that person been doing all year, paying bills, taking care of the kids. You know, loving your regular butt, even when you don't deserve it. You try to hold on to the family. But then one day let them not bring you flowers, candy, you know, about $500, $600, $700. You know, have a rose trail lead to the tub, you know, all that romantic stuff. Let them not do it. You're throwing them out. Celebrating that wicked holiday. Out of all he did through the year, and all she did for the year, that goes both ways, you know. So that's a holiday you shouldn't even celebrate it because it's wicked. And this verse 3 said, "Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field." So hey, in the city you're gonna be blessed. We ain't got to worry about. You wouldn't have to worry about them cops blowing you away or black crime. Anything. You wouldn't have to worry about domestic violence off in our nation. None of that. You wouldn't have to worry about none of that. You wouldn't have to work a dead end job. Or a job where you just not appreciated. They treat you like a slave rather than an employee. You wouldn't have to go through that. But you wouldn't keep the law. If you ever wonder why it's like that, because you would keep the law, you still not keeping the law. You won't come out them Christian churches. You rather be clapping your hands, stomping your feet. They have songs where they sing from Bible verses, but they don't even follow that. They don't even follow them. Even the song that said that tells about what they're supposed to do, they won't follow that. So what makes you think they're gonna, so they ain't gonna follow these laws, statutes, commandments? They can't follow the songs they sing every Sunday. You know, but but the Most High gonna deal with them, because they can't say they ain't been told. They can't say, well, we never heard this. Hey, you watch these videos, you see us on street corners. You have family members that's offering this truth, trying to tell you shut them up, running out your house. Tell them, I don't want to talk to him no more. I don't want to talk to her no more. She'll hold it rolling now. He think he old preacher done. Oh, that's what they got to say about you when you want to change your life around and really do this work and put in the work. That's how they want to talk about you. Yes, I'm holy. I'm separate from this place. I'm separate from sin. My soul means more to me than this world, okay? And you too, means more to me. Serving the Most High is the best thing I could have ever done because I feel better. Feel youthful. But I feel youthful. We're gonna 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now, the Most High said, if you don't do what he say, he has some curses, was gonna put on you. And so we're going to go to verse 13, and it reads that, and the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do all things. But we didn't do that. We chose to be stiff-necked, hard-headed, And now we're going through these curses. They went through, I'm talking about the Israelites went through so much slavery, it wasn't funny. Because they keep the law. They'll go back, they'll go back to keeping the law, then provoke the Most High to anger by worshiping other gods, by dating outside of their nation. Most High is not playing. You know, it's right here in this. It's right here in the Bible. He shows you he's not playing. You know, he's not playing at all. He wants you. You know, he don't get no joy out of punishing you. He rather see you do right than do wrong. You know, you can't reach everybody because hey, trust me, I try. I got have a big family. But they had nothing to do with me. I actually became my family now. In verse 16, cursed shall I be in the city, and cursed shall I be in the field. Now, before you was, if you did what it say, you will be blessed. But if you don't do what it say, cursed shall I be in the city. Black on black crime, domestic violence. You have a murder and a suicide. Man catch, man or woman catch they real, or they out of line cheating, shoot them, and then kill themselves. We done got destroyed, because we didn't keep the law. So the curse is going hunt us down. It's gonna hunt us down. We never gonna come from out of them. The curse in the field. Like I said, them dead end jobs, or you working 16, you working 2-3 jobs, trying to have something, but you got to work so hard to do it. But your body wore down, you stressed out, you just tore down, body tore down, everything. But that's what befell us when we didn't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. We promised the Most High we was gonna do it. We talked. Moses gave us the law, statute, commandment. We said yes, we will keep these commandments, and we did not. And this is why we're going through what we're going through. Let me say we're gonna go to 28 and 32. Okay. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. No one knows it, this scripture really applies to me so much because I have a son that's off in Texas CPS because I made bad choices of having children with the wrong women, and I'm going through the process trying to get them out of there, but because the mom don't want, she rather have those streets. She want to relive her teenage years, but and my eyes long for them, and there's no might in my hand. I can't do nothing. I have to wait on. I gotta deal with the oppressor, go through his system, which takes anywhere from 18 months to 2 years. Just going through the paperwork. They slow on stuff, this, this or that, or well, we forgot to call you, we been meaning to call you. You got to go through all that, I've been doing it for a while, but Most High going, he ain't my prayers, so I'm not even worried about that because I know I'm gonna come through, He's gonna come through for me, well, but that's what it's like, Then you have your children, let's say you done did everything you can with them, but they just will not listen to a word you say. They are, they out in the streets. You wonder where you gotta get out, look for them. They had such and such how they ain't never but like 15 or 16. They hanging around 20-year-olds, doing stuff that you don't approve of. That's what you got to put up with. That's why you see these little kids, even they done went to Catholic. You got these rappers, these little young rappers. You know, these ain't old rappers, these young rappers. They killing each other off like it's fun. You know, they mama crying. They baby ain't nothing but like 17, 18, and 19. Ain't seen life. Don't know what life is already. You know, done got wiped out of here. But that's the curses we fall up under. You know, these are the curses we fall up under. And, you know, I'm trying to lift my nation up. You know, I want to see my nation succeed. You know, you can go to 2841. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Everybody remember slavery, right? How they ripped the babies out the mama's hands. You know, some of them they sold to other families. Some of them was used for alligator bait. You know, or you got you done you know use a man and had got a female pregnant. You know, and she abort the baby without your knowledge. You come to find out later, hey, your child's dead. She didn't want to have it. You know, you're gonna get, you know, sons, daughter gonna be taken into captivity, you know. They're gonna be taken away from you. Either through the legal system or through the court system or any other system that this oppressor done rigged up for us to further oppress us. To show to remind us he's still master. Now the Most High is the master. I hate to tell you that. You know, you running this earth right now. But within a twinkling of an eye, the Most High can come and show you, you know, who you are to him. And there's gonna be a day you're gonna be weeping and be a gnashing of teeth. That's when we're gonna put our foot on your neck. That's when we're gonna be law enforcement officers putting a knee in your neck for 9 minutes and just let you die. Ain't nothing gonna be done about it. No, ain't none of us going to trial. Ain't gonna be no trial. You just, hey, you down. That's how it's gonna be. That's exactly how it's gonna be. You know. We figure, you say, and verse 42, and all the trees and fruit of thy land shall the locust consume. Anything you try to build up, it's not going to work. Like I said, you plant a garden, the locust going to consume. You know, in other words, you know, you're not going to prosper if you don't follow these law, statutes, commandments. You set yourself up for failure for being hard-headed. You know, these law, statute, commandments, you know, that the Isupk been bringing out since 1969, y'all been knowing about it. But we're a bunch of rebel rousers. We some false prophets. You know, we some black militants. But what is you doing every Sunday? Worshiping the sun god. That's what you doing every Sunday. You up there, you know, saying, you know, the Lord told me this, the Lord told me, man, he ain't told you nothing. You ain't following these laws, statutes, commandments for the Most High to even hear you. You the blind leading the blind. You ain't following these laws, statutes, commandments, there's something wrong. You want to say like Ephesians what 4:4, you know, 4 through 6, something like that. You know, it's a, you know, one Lord, one faith, one baptism. You know, they sing that song all the time, but guess what? We got all these denominations. We have the ISUBK, one camp. Now there's hundreds of camps, you know. There's always, I don't know how many camps it is. And I never listened to any of them, you know. Once I scrolled through YouTube and saw Captain Priest of Captain 13,000 to Zaryak and Captain Cottazar, he was still an officer 5,000. So that's how many years ago when I first seen him, you know, and that caught me. And he told vocab along to the bone. Had to apologize. He said, before you even start, apologize to Commander General Hunter. And that right there had me. I saw these guys about that. You know, get that suit and tie and that low haircut, shaped up, beard gone, you know, looking like a half homo, you know, where I could look like a mighty man. That's what I wanted. I wanted to see what this brotherhood about. I want to see if these laws and statutes command gonna change my life. And I found out it changed my life. Found out there's a brotherhood. I just want to say thank you. You know, because where I live at, you know, like I said, I call it Clanville, because you know they done got rid of the hoods. They don't just trade in for police uniforms, you know, fireman uniforms, doctors, lawyers, you know, that's why they call them the invisible white knights, you know, because they there, but you don't know they there, but they there, you know. Well, go to verse 54. No, excuse me. No, verse 48. Therefore shall thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Yeah, that pretty much happened after when slavery was over. He done already whooped you, beat you, took your name, took your language, took your history, took your laws, statutes, and commandments from you. You follow his laws. You follow his commandments. You don't know who you are or anything or what, or are you, and then you're not able, even though he gives you a Bible, you're not allowed to read the Bible that he reads. So he did yoke of iron was put upon your neck right then, and then he, once he did that, when slavery was over, yoke of iron was off your neck. We didn't know who we were. Then they had Reconstruction, Jim Crow laws, all that, And then they love to say, because people need to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps. Going through history, I seen when we did. Tulsa, Oklahoma, bombed. Built up a whole city. 40 to 60 years after slavery. Built a marvelous city. Black Wall Street, they called it. Lumber presses bombed it. Rosewood burnt it to the ground. Seneca Village murdered everybody. And there's a whole lot of other, then they had, I think that's, I don't know if it was Raleigh, North Carolina, somewhere in North Carolina. That was a black town. They destroyed that, so we can't keep telling us pull ourselves up by our own bootstraps. Well, you left us no straps to pull. How dare you say that to us when you know what you did? We ain't got nothing to pull. We have no type of leadership. Our leaders are with you. They're not helping us. They don't give 2 cents about us. Ain't no use to going to the town council meeting. For what? Our leaders is not finna speak up for us, so you might as well stay home. They're not finna do anything. It's nothing finna change at all. Except you gonna do what we say. If you try to you help them out any type of way, give them anything, or let any business come in to this town, we're gonna be through with you. And so what do you think them Sambo is gonna do? Exactly what the press is telling them to do. You know, if when you live in rural America, you know, you live off in a metropolis or something like that, or the urban area, things are coming in. But now, even that got to the place where you can't own a business. You see you either see them Elamites, you know, or the Ishmaelites, or the Moabites, or the Ammonites. And now you got the Hamites, you know, braiding hair and all that. You know, we can't do nothing. No, nothing. Because we didn't follow these laws. We got to go through them for everything. Every little thing we need, we got to go to the oppressor. Need a loan, got to go to the oppressor. Need a job, got to go through the oppressor. You know, we just we fall up under the curses. But I'll tell you, you need to come out of them Christian churches for we can all be one, and the Most High can hear our prayers and get us out this hell. How many times we gonna keep saying it to you? How many more times we gonna say it to you till it's too late? It's gonna be too late after a while. No, you're gonna be left behind. So you got to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. You know, we're going to 54. And it reads, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. Don't we have that now? You know, got a homeboy, you know, like, you know, you all cool and everything, but you actually just don't like you. You know, got that fake love towards you. You know, really want to do you something, or you know, set you up or steal money from you. You know, if you got it going on like that, and he don't like it. Yeah, he, you know, his eye evil towards you, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. You know, black man, you have an argument, you walk out, you know, pack up, walk out the house, you know, you can't stand your wife, then you leave your kids. That goes on. That happens, you know. That's why so many broken homes. But that, you know, has to do largely. I grew up in that period where, okay, there was no jobs during Jimmy Carter. I'm just going during the Gerald Ford era and Jimmy Carter era. There was no jobs, so the women had to get on welfare. But they could have no man in their house. Because I remember the guy that raised me, he had every time the caseworker was come by, he'll sneak out the back door. Just for my mom could keep getting that money to pay rent, her bills, and get food stamps and other commodities that they was giving out. So that's the kind of position we was placed back over 50 years ago, you know. You know, there was a movie we all used to watch called Claudine, starring Deanne Carroll and James Earl Jones. You know, it really put it out there. So you see, like when that movie came out, they kind of eased off that, you know, quit checking so often, you know. They usually be like they'll check at least about twice a week, then they start doing it like once a month. So that movie kind of made them back down a little bit, because you know now they were seeing how they was how they was doing. A woman can't even have a man; she got to be a nun. You know, if man give her something, she got to report that. Or he gave me a lamp, a TV. Oh, you got we gotta take some out your check. Yeah, that's how I was growing up back then. You know, it was no fun. You know, it was no fun. And we go to Deuteronomy uh 28 and 64. So, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood or stone. Well, you see that cross? You see every time uh, a brother go to jail, they come out either Christians or Muslims, or you got some of them like that Buddhism. You know, now they got not the wealthy black blacks. They wealthy 12 tribes. They get into Scientology. You know, and they said we was gonna worship wood and stone, like them just like them Israelites. You walking just like them around that cobblestone when you go on Mecca, walking around the stone. Right here in these scriptures. You walking around with a cross on your neck to establish how Christ was killed. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Don't you know the person laughing at you? You following his religion. You following his religion. You follow what he put down. But you so blind and so greedy that you would not hear the Isupk. You won't hear Commander General Hunter. You won't call him in. Wait, let's talk. You know, to tell us how how can we be better. No, you don't want to hear that. You know, you figure just because I remember I had somebody tell me, you's a priest. I was like, yeah, yes I am. He said, what did you get your certificate for the oppressor? Like, ain't no I say ain't no oppressor validated me. So this came from for Commander General Hunt. That's the only person that has authority to do that. So actually, you had to go to a oppressor to say you're a minister and you had you had a right to teach, and don't have that authority. Cause he's not in the truth, and neither is this truth for, because the Bible's not even for him. These laws and statutes is not for the oppressor. He can live any kind of life he wants to. So what? Who cares? The Most High don't care. But you gotta follow these laws, statutes, commandments. I mean, but you're playing. You look at us and man, look at us with boots. Beards, boots, and braids. Don't like it. Once you shave, I ain't shaving nothing. I'm not shaving nothing. I'm not cutting my hair. This is how it's rocking. Unless this hair come out, that's the only way I'm cutting it. I'll just be bald. But for you, I'm not doing it. I know you got a picture of what a man or guy is supposed to look like, all tailor made, fresh line up, fresh shave. No, man, that ain't no. That's how those Egyptians look. This the Kemetic brother that foolishly trying to tell you that's where you came from. Okay, again, the Egyptians oppressed us. Why would you take on their philosophy? We was on the slave run of them for 400 years. They worked us with rigor just like the oppressor did. Matter of fact, America is Egypt and Babylon. But you want to tell them Kemetic is the way to go? You want to bring up some kind of philosophy like, well, didn't they didn't the Israelite mate with Egyptians? So that means we're Egyptian. Hey, if that's what y'all think, you Egyptian, then be an Egyptian. I'm a part of the 12 tribes. You want to be Egyptian? Go ahead. You'll find out. You'll find out. You know, you will find out very soon. You know. And now we're gonna go to, let's see, verse 59. Then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sickness, and of long continence. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou wast afraid of, and thou shalt cleave unto thee. Verse 61. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. Okay. We got the AIDS virus, we got syphilis, we got herpes, but now we got the big bad boy, COVID, Omicron. It seems like every time they say they got it beat, here come another variant. There's them plagues coming. You want to follow these laws? You want to be around here sleeping with everything? The Most High got a plague for you. It's called HIV. It's called AIDS. It's called syphilis. It's called herpes, simplex. You know, all that kind of stuff. You know, you got the drip. You know, trichomonias, chlamydia, gonorrhea. They got all that. We not living according to the law. You got to have illicit sex, an unlawful sex. That's what's waiting for you. You up here, you know. You've been told, get the shot, you know, to keep you from getting the coronavirus. You won't get the shot. That plague coming up on you. Like I said, you know, and then you got heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, you know, arthritis, you know, everything that wasn't, it's not mentioned in the book. Hey, we got it. The 12 tribes lead the charge and all those things. Leading the charge. So, you know, but it ain't too late to come back. You know, come on out there, Christian church. Ain't you tired of clapping your hands? Ain't you tired of running around that church like a fool? And you know you're not living the life you're supposed to be. You know, even if that was lawful for you to do that. But then you want to say, my mom told me, he said, yeah, we do that because David praised the Most High. I said, who in that church went and fought a war? Nobody. That's why David danced. He was fighting against the other, the northern kingdom. So every time he won a victory, he danced. And I said, y'all just dancing just to be showing out. So who got the best dance? Well, you know, I know. You know, that's all y'all doing it for. Y'all to see who can speak in tongue the best. When that's against the Most High. You know, that's against the Most High. You know, he didn't validate that. You know, Shalom Bashim Shabakta, that's speaking another tongue. That's Hebrew. What y'all talking about, I don't know what that is. I don't know, and neither does anybody else. Right. We can go to verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Now, this is a hurtful thing to even remember that, you know, the biggest Holocaust in the world was not the Jewish Holocaust. It was the transatlantic slavery. And even, you know, and even for the transatlantic slavery, the slave trade was going on, you know, years before that, but way before, you know, the Europeans got in it. We've been getting shipped off, you know, off. That's why you have so many of them in different places. because we've been in slavery, and that's what the Most High said gonna happen. But this time we was coming, but this was for Judah here and Levi and the small remnants of the northern kingdom that was still here. They were going into Egypt again, and that's America with ships. And you got so many, and then you got the Amalek talk about, we came over here in ships. Yeah, you had a pass. You had a boarding pass. We was chained down. We was in our own muck and mire while you in a suit, sitting back, sipping on tea. You weren't sold. You came over here and brought what you from your homeland, which is like let's take the Italians. The mafia just started in America. They had the mafia over there in Italy, because the mafia first job was was to fight against that crooked government. But then after they won over the government, they started oppressing the people. So people started leaving Italy and come to America. So they bought the mafia came right over to America, set up shop, and been doing what they doing for the last 100 years. They like to say, mafia started during the Great Depression. No, the mafia always been around. They've been doing business with America. Why you think they allowed these people to come over here? It ain't by mistake. It's by design. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. Quid pro quo. We'll let some of your people come over here, just like how they stopped the Levites and the Israelites at the border. We'll let them cross, but yet, as has been said before, they let the Afghans in. They let the Ishmaelites in. And I pray for the destruction of this place, because that right there sad me. The mission to Kuna, I'll never forget it. Shout out to them brothers. That was a brave thing they did. It took a lot of heart, really for especially Captain Bobby Houston, and Captain Kahan, get stuff together, get permission from Commander Junior Han to go over there and do that, and that should never be forgotten, because anything could happen to them, brother. Trust me, I worked those border towns. I know what happens over there. You can come up missing in a split second over there and not be seen again. Okay. Let me say. Okay. Thou shalt see it. He said, okay. And by the way, whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for buying men and buying women, and no man shall buy you. We got took from our homeland, and as a nation, we're gonna see it again. He promised that. You don't had some people talk about how they went to the Holy Land, all that. They took a trip over there. That's the only way you seen it. That's the only way you seen it. You buy a plane ticket. As far as a nation, as us as a whole, no, we ain't seeing it. We are not seeing it. Because that's why we need to come back. Get out from under oppressor. Start loving your brother. Start talking to us. But we can all come back. You see us on the corners. You see us on them corners. Won't you come by instead of trying to heckle us? Ask us, how can you have some of this too? How can you experience brotherhood too? How can you come from under this oppression too? That's what you need to be asking instead of saying we spewing hate. And we ain't spewing nothing but love for our people. You ain't never heard us say we hate anybody. You hear us say we hate being oppressed. That's what you hear us saying. You know, that's all you over here say. You ain't never heard us say we hate any nation of people. So, you know, need to get it right. We're going to go to Jeremiah 16:10. He said, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore hath the Lord pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our God? What you did? You broke these laws, statutes, and commandments. That was your iniquity. That was your sin. You didn't keep the commandments. You went against, you made a promise and broke it. But you was fooling with the wrong one. Every time you go, you get yourself together, cry out to the Lord, He hears you, save you. You go right back doing the same old mess. Go back falsing Baal, you know, and all other strange gods. And you know the Most High don't play that. You know, that's the one thing gonna play. You shall not have no other gods before Him. No, He ain't sharing you with no other God, because for one, there's no other God but Him. Okay. For the Christians, I know y'all believe in the Holy Trinity. And then you hear Christ pray to the Most High. He didn't pray to Himself. They'll be kind of, schizo, like, he talking to himself, that like oh, Yahweh kind of throw the, praying to himself. That would look funny, So when he was being tempted, he said, and going through, and he's saying all these bit, saying how he's gonna get killed. He said, he's praying to the Most High, said, if you could pass this cup from me, but if not, let thy will be done, not my will, but your will, Lord. Like I said, you need to quit teaching that Holy Trinity, because it's a lie. There is not God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. There's one God. There's one Son. The Son sits at the right hand of the Father. God, the Most High, runs everything. He runs it all. You go to Matthew 24:15-16. All right. And and this is the thing about it, everybody like to say the Bible is like a fairy tale book. But this right here actually happened in 70 AD. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Who's a reader, let him understand. Verse 16, then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. So this Yahweh telling them what's going to befall them. Rome was going to overtake Judea. And he said, when you see the armies come, get the heck out of there. Go to the mountains. And the mountains was Africa. So that's how we end up in Africa. Right? They wanted to call us African Americans. They knew exactly who they got when they went over there. They didn't want the Africans. They wanted the people that built up Egypt. They knew exactly who they was buying and selling. And it was backed by Amalek. By ships built by the Ishmaelites. You know, okay, anybody tell you. Know that. Remember that. Mark that in your brain. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go to Psalms 83 and 1 and 4. You know, and this is what we pray for. You know, it's just a little bit. You know, of our credo that we you know, our prayers. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. Verse 2, for lo, thy enemies have made a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. And they have said, come and let us cut them off for being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. I'm gonna stop it right there. And see, this is exactly what they did, and they still trying to do. And that's why we here. To let them know you are from a holy people. You are a holy people unto the Most High. And much as they may try, they ain't cutting us off. I can't stand firm. We want you to join. We want, you know, we don't, you know, we just put it to you like this. Like, you know, this is, you know, this ain't Christian church. The doors of the church are open. Hey, if you love the Most High like you say you Most High, you'll come into this one body. You want to see a change in your life, you'll come into this one body. Because the oppressor is not stopping, it's trying to destroy you. He's killing us every day in the streets. They done start evicting people out their houses. You know, they doing everything they can. Like I said, they done took crafty counsel against us. We're going to cut us off from ever being a nation again. And you help it. Because you really don't believe in that one Lord, one faith, one baptism. If you did, you'd be in here. You would be right off in here. You wouldn't be eating that pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Nah, that'd be the last thing you'd be trying to eat. You know, you wouldn't be trying to eat that at all. But no, you know, but like I said, you're a sinner. You know, you got the I can't help it. You know, you're doing any little foul little thing you want to do. But you know, but even though the oppressor doing this is what the Most High told the oppressor way back then. You know, back then. You know, it's this Joel chapter 3 verse 4. Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Verse 5, because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. Verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem, how you sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their border. And that's exactly what they did. Slave trade right there. Slave trade right there. That's the Most High talking cash, money, junk to him. Let them know. You gonna recompense me? The Most High? Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna turn it on your own head. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. You know, exactly what's gonna happen. We go to Revelation 13 and 10. Okay, but this is what the oppressor knows. But like I said, he thinks he's a god, and he thinks he's so smart that he try to do all the things he's doing. He think, just like the movies, like, you can offset the prophecy and all that. You can make this stop happening. That's what he thinks. Now you dealing with the Most High. What he say rolls. And this is what he said was going to befall you. In Revelation 13:10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Now, you might as well get ready for it. You're going into captivity. You're going to be slaves. You're going to get killed. Your children going to be sold. We're going to use them for alligator bait. Same thing you did to us. We're going to rape your women. No, we ain't. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to watch the heathens rape them. No, we're gonna sell your children off to a land fall. You'll never find them. You'll never find them. Everything you put us through, we're gonna put you through. All this oppression you bring upon us is coming back on your own head. And for all these all these non-believers who think the Most High don't hear us, just don't hear the ISBK, it's not with the ISBK. This is what he said. This is Revelation 2:9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Now, you don't think the Most High know those people over in Israel, not his people? He know where his people at, right over here in North, Central, and South America, over in the West Indies, over in the Caribbean, over there in England, over there, all over the four corners of the earth. He know where his people at. And his people is not over there in Israel right now. The bulk of them over here in America. So the Most High knows his people. Why the oppressor are funding their other oppressor, giving them trillions of dollars, and we can't even get a stimulus check. But anyway, who wants your money? Really. I want no crumb from you. Most High has me. But everybody remember, you are the lost 12 tribes of the nation Israel. The Most High, know your works, know your tribulation. He said, but thou art rich. Because you had the Most High as a father. The Most High owns all the money. And we gonna have a piece of it. But you got to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the only way you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it living any kind of way. You have to shed off that old man, put on that new man, and stick with it. And that's my class. I'm a priest officer of 50 Yahweh. And I just want to say thank you for listening. And I want to say shalom, Bashim al-Shah to the brothers. I want to say shalom, Yahweh Shemal Thon, Bashim al-Shah to the sisters. So I love you, Israel, and Kwam Yashala.